Many older adults believe that eggs are the best source of protein, but that's not the full story. What if I told you there's a food at number 3 on today's list that has over 5 times more protein than eggs, measured by weight? And we aren't stopping there. The top food we'll reveal has even more, and it's so effective that researchers are studying it to help stroke patients rebuild lost muscle. Eggs offer about 13 grams of protein in every 100 grams. But the foods you'll hear about in this video can go far beyond that, with some reaching up to 60 grams. What's even more surprising is this: almost all seniors haven't even heard of these options. At the same time, after age 62, muscle slowly disappears without us realizing it, making daily movements harder and raising the risk of falls. Today, we're sharing the 10 foods with more protein than eggs, counting down from number 10 to number 1. Be sure to stick with us until the end, because the most powerful food on the list might be one you've walked right past, hidden in the least expected part of the grocery store. Every claim here is based on current scientific findings, which you can find linked in the description below. Before we get started, tell us in the comments where you're tuning in from and let us know how your energy has been lately. We reply to every message. Now, let's get started with food number 10, one you probably see often, but may not realize just how nourishing it is. Number 10 is Greek yogurt. When you choose strained, fat-free Greek yogurt, you're getting about 10 grams of protein in every 100 grams. You may have heard Greek yogurt is healthy, but not everyone knows how much protein is packed into the fat-free strained kind. With each bite, you're getting almost twice the protein of a hard-boiled egg, and with less fat, too. Greek yogurt stands out because it goes through a process where much of the liquid and sugar is filtered out. What remains is thick, smooth, and packed with protein. A 2020 review published in the journal Nutrients showed that people in their 60s who ate at least 20 grams of dairy-based protein each day kept about a quarter more muscle through the course of 12 weeks, especially if they added a little walking to their routine. Greek yogurt is gentle on the stomach for most people, and it's easy to eat, even for those with sensitive digestion or minor lactose concerns. For the best results, look for the plain, non-fat kind and stir in ground flax seeds or a handful of berries instead of the sugary varieties. Try it as a base for smoothies, dips, or even salad dressings. Now let's talk about a quiet protein star that might be sitting on your pantry shelf right now: chickpeas. Cooked chickpeas come in at 9th place, offering up more than 11 grams of protein in every 100 grams. If you've only used chickpeas in soup or salad, you might not realize how much protein they add to your meals. In fact, chickpeas give you more protein than eggs, and they also contain plenty of fiber, which is crucial for seniors. Fiber helps digestion, keeps your blood sugar steady, and reduces inflammation, all of which support healthy muscles as we age. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found seniors who replaced some animal protein with foods like legumes had up to 26% less muscle loss, likely because of healthier digestion and less inflammation. Chickpeas also have magnesium, a mineral your muscles need to function and recover. If you soak chickpeas overnight before cooking, they're even easier to digest and their nutrients become more available to your body. Mash them into a spread with olive oil and garlic, roast them until crunchy for a snack, or mix them into stews, salads, and casseroles. Their gentle, nutty taste makes chickpeas a smart and adaptable protein food most people could use more often. On to number 8, which is often overlooked because it's small, but it's surprisingly powerful: quinoa. When cooked, quinoa provides about 14 grams of complete protein per 100 grams. People usually think of quinoa as just another grain, but if you're in your mid-60s and up, Swapping it into your breakfast or lunch is a simple way to get more high-quality protein. What sets quinoa apart is that it contains every essential amino acid your body needs, which is rare for a plant food. And quinoa's high lysine content is important for muscle repair and for using calcium. One 2022 report in Nutrients showed that people who ate quinoa every day increased leg strength by nearly 10% in just 8 weeks, compared to those who ate white rice. Soaking quinoa overnight before cooking helps you get more benefits, as it reduces compounds that might block nutrition. Cook it slowly in broth for more minerals, and try spices like turmeric or black pepper for an extra anti-inflammatory effect. Quinoa is great in warm salads by itself, stir-fried with vegetables, or even as a savory base for breakfast. Just a little each day can really help with muscle repair and energy. Moving to number 7, it's a small food with big benefits: pumpkin seeds. At nearly 19 grams of protein per 100 grams, pumpkin seeds, sometimes called pepitas, double the protein you get from eggs. But there's more. Pumpkin seeds are also a great source of magnesium, iron, and zinc, minerals older adults often lack, especially after age 62. Why does this matter? Magnesium helps muscles do their work. Iron brings oxygen to your muscles, and zinc supports muscle repair. Without these nutrients, even the best protein can't help you keep your muscle. Scientists publishing in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that eating pumpkin seeds daily cut inflammation related to muscle loss by more than a third in just 3 months. That means you're not only helping to keep your strength, but you're actually fighting the quiet inflammation that weakens muscle over time. The best way to eat pumpkin seeds is plain and raw, with no salt added. Sprinkle them on yogurt, blend into smoothies, or make a spread by grinding them up. A small handful gives you a meaningful protein and mineral boost for strength and recovery. Now, let's highlight a protein-rich food athletes love, but most older folks skip: tempeh. With 20 grams of protein per 100 grams, tempeh more than matches eggs for protein content. What makes tempeh different is how the protein is delivered. It's made from whole soybeans that are fermented. This process makes the nutrients easier to use, and it also provides healthy bacteria for your gut. Having all 9 essential amino acids, tempeh is especially rich in leucine, a nutrient aging muscles respond to less as we get older. Plus, the good bacteria from fermentation can help you digest and use your protein better. Loss of muscle in seniors isn't only from not eating enough, it's also from not being able to absorb nutrients well. One study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people with healthier guts kept much more lean muscle over a year than those with less healthy digestion. To enjoy tempeh, slice it thin and cook it in a pan with a splash of low-salt soy sauce or apple cider vinegar for flavor, without heavy oil or sugar. Toss into stir-fries, layer in sandwiches, or add to salads for extra taste, protein, and crunch. And since it's fermented, you get both digestion support and anti-inflammatory help, all in one food. Next up, number 5 is a true game changer, as it's not a typical food but can make a real difference in muscle preservation: spirulina. This blue-green algae delivers an incredible 29 grams of protein per 100 grams. That's nearly 3 times what you get from eggs. But what's even more impressive is how your body uses this protein. Spirulina's protein is absorbed and used by your muscles much more efficiently than most animal proteins. It contains all the amino acids your body needs, including a big dose of leucine, which signals your muscles to grow and repair. Spirulina is also rich in a compound called phycocyanin, which can help reduce the kind of inflammation that blocks muscle recovery. A 2022 study in Nutrients showed it lowered a key marker of inflammation by about 1/3. Plus, it increases nitric oxide in your body, helping blood flow to muscles, speeding up healing. You don't need to eat plain spirulina powder. It's best to mix a small spoonful into smoothies with a banana, some spinach, and walnuts, or stir into oatmeal after you finish cooking. You can also add it to no-bake snacks with seeds and dates. With just a spoon a day, you'll begin noticing a difference in a few weeks. Now, stepping into number 4, let's look at one of the most complete plant proteins, hemp seeds. With about 35 grams of protein in every 100 grams, hemp seeds land right in the middle of our power list. But it's not just the protein amount that matters. Hemp seeds deliver all 9 essential amino acids in the best ratio for your body, which is uncommon in plant foods. Keeping a good balance of amino acids is vital, especially after age 62, when muscle loss is more common. A 2021 review in Frontiers in Nutrition found that seniors who regularly ate foods like hemp seed held on to muscle better, recovered faster from activity, and felt less tired than those who didn't. Hemp seeds are also loaded with healthy fats that protect joints, support the brain, and may even benefit heart health. Eat hemp seeds raw, add them to oatmeal, blend into smoothies, or sprinkle on warm vegetables so their earthy, nutty flavor comes through. Since they're easy to digest, they're gentle even for aging stomachs. Don't cook them at high heat, as this can harm the healthy oils. On to number 3, and here's a real surprise, seitan. Seitan isn't meat or a supplement. It's made from wheat protein, and with 39 grams of protein per 100 grams, it beats almost all animal foods. Many seniors haven't heard of it. Seitan, also known as wheat meat, is created by washing away the starch from wheat, leaving a chewy, near-pure protein. For people with weaker digestion, this means you get the benefits quickly and easily. A 2022 study in Clinical Nutrition (ESPN) found that older adults who ate plant-based protein foods like seitan held on to over 20% more muscle than those sticking to standard diets. Seitan is low in carbohydrates and almost fat-free, making it suitable for those watching blood sugar, cholesterol, or weight. It also works well in the kitchen, taking on the look and feel of meat, which can help if you're reducing your intake of animal foods. Slice into stir-fries, brown quickly with garlic and olive oil, or marinate and roast for a flavor-packed meal. Pair seitan with vitamin C-rich foods, like peppers or kale, to help your body use the small amount of iron it contains. This might be one of the most overlooked ways to keep muscles strong after 62, and you'll find it in the plant-based foods aisle, where most people never look. Ready for an even bigger shock? The next food isn't only higher in protein, it's also aged for a year or more, melts in your mouth, and delivers protein that your body uses up to 1/3 better than meat. Number 2 is Parmesan cheese. This classic, centuries-old cheese contains a stunning 42 grams of protein per 100 grams. It's not a meat or a powder, just real aged Parmesan. The true Parmesan, made the traditional way, has twice the protein of cottage cheese or milk and more than many cuts of beef. Here's why it's so helpful. Parmesan is aged anywhere from 1 to 3 years, which changes its proteins into forms your body can use without much effort. This is important since digestion naturally gets slower after age 62. A 2019 study in Nutrients found older individuals process the protein in aged cheeses like Parmesan nearly 30% more efficiently than meat. Parmesan is also rich in leucine, which helps kick off the process of muscle building and is especially important for preventing the muscle loss that comes with age. Just an ounce of Parmesan can meet the amount of leucine you need to trigger these muscle-building pathways. Use freshly shaved Parmesan over warm vegetables stirred into omelets or on whole grains. Warm dishes bring out the flavor and aroma, which can make eating more enjoyable, something some older adults struggle with. Remember, a little Parmesan goes a long way. Finally, number 1 goes to a food most people never think of: dried fish powder. With 63 grams of protein per 100 grams, nothing else matches it. This isn't a cereal or a trendy superfood, but dried powder from lean white fish like cod or pollock. With the water removed, you're left with nearly pure protein, and the numbers are staggering. Not only does this beat out eggs, chicken, and even protein supplements, but it's also one of the most easily used sources of protein for aging bodies. Clinical research in 2020 found that seniors who added dried cod powder to their diets increased their muscle mass by almost 20%, all without changing how much they exercised. Dried fish powder is rich in leucine, giving you more than enough to start muscle-building processes. Just 25 grams provides over 3 grams of leucine, meeting the needs recommended by top medical researchers. You don't have to eat the powder plain. Stir it into soups, blend into stews, sprinkle on mashed vegetables, or even add to savory oatmeal for a powerful high-protein breakfast. Since it stores well and is easy to eat, it's especially good if you have trouble chewing or swallowing tougher foods. Always look for versions without added salt or flavors. This isn't just another protein. It's a valuable food used by experts to help older adults regain strength. It's a hidden treasure for muscle support in later years, and science shows the benefits are real. So, here you have it. 10 real foods that pack more protein than eggs. Each is backed by published science, proven to help fight the muscle loss that can sneak up after 62. On average, seniors lose about 1% of their muscle every year without realizing it, until the effects catch up. But with the right foods, you can change that quickly. No special pills or powders required, just whole, nourishing foods that your body can truly use. And remember, the food ranked number 1 today offers nearly 3 times more protein than eggs, and studies show it can help rebuild muscle nearly 20% in just a few months. No weightlifting needed. That's the kind of truth the supplement companies don't want you to know, but now you do. Start adding these foods to your meals this week and see how your strength, energy, and movement improve. Don't forget to share which food surprised you most in the comments. We reply to each one. And remember to subscribe so you won't miss more science-based health tips every week. Your muscles depend on what you feed them. Now, it's your turn to give them the support they need. If you have questions or thoughts, please write them below. Thanks so much for watching.